Welcome everybody to my YouTube channel where we talk about everything credit. In this video, I'm basically going to be telling you guys how you can build credit from scratch very fast. It's going to be a 0 to 850 credit score blueprint. How I would personally build my credit score if I started from scratch at 18 again in the first 0 to 12 months. So without further ado, let's get right into the video, but make sure you like, comment, and of course subscribe if you're new to the channel. Let's get into it. So first, what is credit? Credit is behavior. Your credit score and your credit worthiness is determined by how you manage your finances over time. It's a reflection of your actions, like paying bills on time and responsibly managing credit accounts. Credit is also leverage. We leverage other people's money to acquire digital assets, physical assets, and liquidity. Credit is also debt. Good debt is used to buy assets, and bad debt is used to buy liabilities. So now that we know what credit is, we can go deeper into the types of credit scores. So here we have the Vantage score versus the FICO score. And the Vantage score and FICO score are broken down differently. If you guys look, the Vantage score has a payment history of 32%, while on the FICO score side, it's 35%. So each of these categories, it's what is going to make up your credit score. And we really want to use Experian and myfico.com to check your FICO score, because most institutions will check your FICO score, not your Vantage score, when you apply for credit. Let me say that again. Most institutions will check your FICO score. So if you guys use Credit Karma or like Wallet Hub, anything like that, they're giving you your Vantage score, and that's not the primary score that institutions are using to check when they give you credit. So you want to use Experian.com. If you pay for it, you can get all three of your FICO scores every month, and same with my FICO. You have to pay like $30 a month, and you can get all three of your FICO scores, which is going to be from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion every month. So that's what I use. And yeah, let's just break down the FICO score. And the FICO score is going to be 35% payment history, 30% amount owed, which is basically your utilization, how much credit you're using. Then your credit mix is going to be the diversity of accounts, so including installment accounts and revolving accounts. And then new credit is going to be basically hard inquiries. When you apply for credit and you get a hard inquiry, that's going to be 10% of your credit. And then length of credit is just your credit age. How long have you had your credit? And 85% of your credit score is controllable. So paying on time is the payment history, which is 35%. That's easily controlled. Don't miss any payments, and you will always be on time. Keep your utilization low. 30% is the amount owed. So when you use your credit, you want to use it and you want to pay it off before the statement date, so you can keep your utilization low. So that's what the companies report to the credit bureaus. That's very controllable. Just use your credit, pay it down within the same month. Keep new accounts low. So that means don't apply for a lot of new accounts every month or every couple of months. Make sure to keep your inquiries low. This is 10% of your score. Diverse account types is 10% of your score for credit mix. So you want to have revolving accounts and installment accounts on your credit report. So, yep, that's basically 85% is controllable. The only thing that's not controllable is the 15%, which is the time. That you basically just have to let it age for it to increase your credit score. Next, we're going to get into the credit building strategies. Main part of why you guys are here. So this is the stuff that you're going to want to do when you turn 18. But before we do, let's ask these questions. What are your current banking relationships? This is going to be a big factor to determine how lenient banks are in giving you credit. And where are you geographically located? This is going to allow you to get into different institutions that are regionally or geo-restricted. And what rewards and goals are you looking for? So are you looking for travel points, reward points? Are you looking for cash back on everyday purchases? Or are you looking to utilize 0% APR to make investments or to flip that money? That's what you guys have to ask yourself, and it's going to determine what institutions you go for and what cards you go for. But let's get into some rules that we're going to follow in this credit building strategy. We will not use any fintech credit builders, any secured cards, any subprime lenders, or store cards. These products are not good. If there's anybody telling you to use these products to add primaries to your account, I would not recommend doing so because these products are not good. You want to use reliable and trustworthy institutions like banks that are going to give you revolving and installment accounts. We will not use any auto loans or personal loans. This is just honestly not necessary to build your credit when you start. It is like possible to use these things later on when you want to get a car or you want to get a personal loan to invest or to flip that money. But to build it for the first 0 to 12 months, we will not use any auto loans or personal loans. And we will focus on building a profile of cards that do soft pull credit limit increases for travel points, cashback, or 0% APR. And we also will focus on acquiring high value banks and credit unions so you can build relationships to acquire more funding or future business funding. We got to make sure that we're getting into relationships with great banks for, building that relationship and them being able to extend you more credit in the future. And the goal is to build a fundable credit profile with high combined credit limits of over $100,000. And with this, we're basically going to be able to build a great credit profile, which is going to in turn give us a great credit score and allow us to get any type of funding that we need on our credit. So the first move that I recommend to make in the first when you're starting the first 0 to 6 months, this is going to be the first thing you do when your profile is brand new, you just turned 18, and you have nothing on your profile. You're going to want to add installment accounts to get positive payment history and credit mix. We have to join institutions that offer secured or pledged loans with long repayment terms. So basically, these are going to be institutions like Andrews Federal Credit Union. They offer a shared secured loan. I think the minimum is $500 to start the secured loan, and I think the repayment terms go up to like a couple of years or like 60 months, something like that. You guys have to do a little bit more research on that, but you start that, and it's going to add an installment account to your credit report. There's also Service Credit Union. They also offer the same thing as Andrews, a shared secured loan. And you guys can actually join both of these institutions through the American Consumer Council for only $15 for lifetime access. And I'm pretty sure that when you join either Andrews or Service, they'll actually pay for you to get into American Consumer Council. So you can actually basically do this for free. But don't quote me on that. I don't know if they're still doing that. So when you guys sign up, check if they're going to be paying the fee for you guys. And if they do, you guys basically just got into American Consumer Council for free. And there's tons of institutions and credit unions that fall under the American Consumer Council that you guys can join once you're in there. So I recommend, there's another one, Navy Federal Credit Union Pledge Loan. If you guys are able to get into Navy Federal, you guys could do a pledge loan. So what I recommend is doing at least one, but I recommend really doing two. With two of these, you're going to build more installment accounts and more payment history faster. And honestly, the more the merrier, but really you just need to do two, and that's going to be enough. And a pro tip is to pay down the loans 90% in the second month. So let's say for you do an Andrews and a Navy Federal secure loan. So in the first month you want to pledge, let's say 500 and 500. The second month you're going to want to pay 90% of both of those balances down to, let's say, only leave like $50 on each account. And then every month you're only going to be paying like a very minimal amount, maybe like a couple of dollars, depending on how long you did the repayment for. So like I said, first month, start the loan with like $500. And then the second month, once that hits your report and it's showing that you owe $500, you're going to want to pay down 90% of the loan. So that way in the third month, it looks like you just paid a lot of the loan down and you don't have that much debt to income ratio, that much DTI, that much debt. So, and then the loan amount every month is going to be a very small amount, and you're just going to keep paying that until the repayment ends, which it could be 6 months, it could be 12 months, however long you put it for. Like I said, the longer the better, because it's going to show a longer payment history. The second move at the 6 month mark is going to be getting credit cards. So you're going to want to apply for 3 credit cards after 6 months of secured loans being open. So you're going to want to get one from each bureau. And 2 of these cards actually do a soft pull, which is amazing. A soft pull credit limit increase. So this is amazing. You're going to want to use the cards and pay them back to not incur any interest. When using credit cards, you don't want to give the banks any money that you don't have to. You don't want to give them any interest. So make sure to use the cards and pay them back within the same month, unless you have 0% APR and you're doing like a flip play where you know the money that you're investing, you're going to get more profit on the back end and you're going to make more money. So the first card I recommend is the plain and simple Discover It card. You can get this card literally 6 months into your journey when you have a couple of installment loans on your account, and they're going to pull from Experian. So this is the first card. You get it. It has great benefits. It has 5% on rotating categories. You get, I think, a match on that for the first year. So everything you spend in the first year, Discover will match the cash back that you get. They have 0% APR, I think, for like 12 months as well. So this is a very great beginner card. They also do soft pull credit limit increases that I'm pretty sure you can apply for every 3 months. So use the card for 3 months and apply for credit limit increases, and they should give it to you. They pull from Experian. That's the first card. The second card is the Apple card, and they pull from TransUnion. This card also as well has no fees, just like the Discover card. And you guys can actually get this card with a soft pull. And if you don't know how to do that, go watch my video where I tell you guys how you can get 5 soft pull credit cards. But basically, I explain in that video that all you have to do is fill out the information. It's going to pre-qualify you. Once it pre-qualifies you, it's going to throw out like a limit. And before you accept that offer, freeze your TransUnion report and then accept it. It's not going to do a hard pull, but you're going to get approved for the card. And this card is great. It has 2% cash back when you use Apple Pay, 3% cash back when you use like Nike, when you buy stuff from Nike, Apple, Walgreens, other places. Make sure to do your research, guys. But this is a very good card. And then finally, I recommend getting the PenFed Platinum Rewards card. It doesn't have to be this card specifically. It can be another no annual fee card that they offer. But this is a great card as well. Has no annual fee, and they pull from Equifax. The only sucky thing about this card is that they do hard pull credit limit increases. So when you want to increase your credit limit, they're gonna pull your credit report, and it's gonna resort in a hard inquiry, which is the only bad part about this card. So I do not really recommend trying to get that many credit limit increases with this card. But with the Discover and the Apple card, you can definitely do credit limit increases like every 3 months. You just use the card, make sure you're using a lot of the card, paying it back down in the same month. Ask for a credit limit increase, and they should give it to you. So the third move is, like I was saying, you're going to want to make sure you're using the cards and paying them back each month. And then before we do our next round of funding at the 12-month mark, we're going to want to apply for credit limit increases on the cards that do soft pulls. So that's going to be, like I said, the Experian, the Discover card, and the Apple card. They're going to just do soft pulls on your credit limit and on your credit report, and they're going to increase your credit limit before we get our next round of funding. So once you do that, you ask for the soft pull credit limit increases, you get your credit limit increased. I do it at the 10 and 11 month mark because that gives it time for the higher limit that they approved you for to report on your credit. Like if let's say you do it at the 12th month mark, you ask for a credit limit increase, that is not going to report in time for our next round of funding. So you want to do it at least a month or two before, so that higher credit limit reports on your credit. And then finally, the fourth move at the 12-month mark is going to be applying for 3 more credit cards depending on your goals: travel, cashback, or 0%. So this is going to be a little bit in depth, but let's get into it. So the first 3 options I would probably do is a Chase card, and they pull from Experian, of course. So the Freedom Flex is a lot like the Discover card. They give you 5% back on rotating categories. Also, no annual fee. It's a very great beginner card. Then the Freedom Unlimited, also no annual fee, and you're going to be getting cash back. The Freedom Flex and the Freedom Unlimited are going to be cashback cards primarily, and they both offer 0% APR as well for the first 12 months and no annual fee. Very great cards. Or if you want to go the travel rewards points method, you can go with the Sapphire Preferred. This card I think has an annual fee of like $95, but it's a very great card if you want to start getting into like Chase Ultimate Rewards points that you can redeem for travel. There should be a sign up bonus for this card of like 60,000 bonus points or 75,000 bonus points after spending a certain amount of money in like 6 months. So you do that with this card, and you can get a lot of bonus points that you can transfer to miles to book flights or hotels. Honestly, this is the Sapphire Preferred card is the card I would recommend getting. And a thing with Chase is low key they're very like stingy if you have a new credit profile. So what I would do the day that I turned 18, I would be building out. I would go to Chase and get a checking account with them and a savings account, just so you're building that relationship with them. So when the 12-month mark comes, they already have you in their system and they can approve you for a higher limit with this card. That applies for all the cards that I'm talking about here. You're going to want to open a checking account with the institution, and so they have you in their relationship, in their system, and you guys can build a relationship with them and get higher limits. But let's get back into it. So the fourth card that I would get, it would be one of these one of these three, and it's going to pull from TransUnion. My recommendation, what I would do, is get the Navy Federal Flagship card, because this card goes up to an $80,000 credit limit, and mainly you just want this card to be on your just to look good on your credit profile because it's gonna have a very high limit. But let's go through each card. So the first More Rewards card is a no annual fee card. You can get like 3x points on I think travel and restaurants. Don't quote me on that. Make sure you guys do more research. But it's a pretty decent card. Probably like the second best card that Navy Federal offers. And then, like I said, the Navy Federal Flagship card is a card that I would recommend. It has a $49 annual fee, but they offer decent rewards, and you get like a lot of like benefits when you buy a phone. You get like fraud protection, you get phone protection if somebody like steals your phone. Like, it's a very good card, and it looks good on your credit profile because you can build this card up to an 80K limit. And they do soft pull credit limit increases as well as the Chase card. Actually, most of these cards do soft pull credit limit increases. All the Chase cards do. The Navy Federal card does, and the Bank of America card does as well. So finally, the last card that I would recommend for your TransUnion inquiry would be the Bank of America card. Is the customized cash card. This card offers like it's a no annual fee card. It offers like 3% back on your highest spend category, and that could be like that could be like online shopping, restaurants, gas, whatever you spend the most on in the month is going to be your highest. Like, it's going to be a 3% earner that month. So those are the three cards that I would recommend for the TransUnion. Personally, I would probably go Chase Sapphire Preferred right here, and then Navy Federal Flagship Rewards. And finally, for Equifax, the thing about these cards is that the first two are geo restricted. So for Truist, it's a no annual fee card. It's a very great card, but it's geo restricted, meaning that it's a regional card. Mainly only the people on the East Coast can get this card. Same thing with the KeyBank card. Actually, not the same thing. It is geo restricted, but you have to look at what states actually provide the KeyBank card. I know Florida does, Georgia, the state that I'm in, doesn't. So you got to look on their website and see what states allow you to get KeyBank. And I put finally another PenFed card here for your Equifax hard pull, because anybody can get into PenFed no matter what state you are in. So if you can't get the first two cards, I would recommend getting the PenFed card. And then you would have two cards from PenFed, and you're building a great relationship with them. They're a great institution that when, let's say you want to go get an auto loan, they're going to throw you a nice little auto loan, pre-approved. I'm pretty sure they're only going to pull either your TransUnion or your Experian credit report for that. But they offer very great auto loans, and they don't require any income to get it. So yeah, that's what I recommend for each hard pull on each credit report. So let's do a complete timeline just so nobody is confused here. So on month 0, you're gonna want to start 2 secured loans. I would personally do the Service Credit Union Share Secured Loan, as much money as I could, and then the Navy Federal Pledge Loan for as much money as I could for as long time as I could, as long as a repayment term as I could. And then on month 6, I would get each 3 of these cards. I would get the Discovery card, the Apple card, and the PenFed Platinum Rewards card. That's going to only result in 3 hard inquiries. Actually 2, because remember I told you guys that the Apple card is not going to pull your TransUnion if you do the TransUnion hack method. Then on month 10 or 11, you're going to want to do soft pull credit limit increases so you can get those limits up before we do our next round of funding. Finally, month 12, you're going to want to get, I should have changed that to the Chase Sapphire Preferred, which is the card that I would get, but either one of the 3 cards works. You're going to want to get one from Experian, one from TransUnion, one from Equifax. So that should be plain and simple what you guys do for the first 0 to 12 months of building your credit. You're going to literally have, if you follow this step by step, that's 2 secured loans and 6 cards in only 12 months. So basically 8 positive primary counts in only 12 months, guys. Nobody's giving sauce like this on YouTube. I have not seen a single YouTube video on the whole platform of YouTube drop sauce like this, bruh. Nobody's telling y'all what bureaus each card is pulling from. Nobody's telling y'all how you can build your fucking credit from 0 to 12, from zero to 850 in 12 months. I'm stuttering because I'm giving y'all so much sauce right now that is actually crazy, bruh. So this is literally a whole timeline, bruh. So 8 positive primary accounts in only 12 months. Now, like once you have that, after 12 months, you just need to use your credit wisely, let it age, keep applying for more funding whenever you need it. And I want to tell you guys this, that remember, this method is not for everyone. Only those who like really want to build out their credit profile fast and in the best way possible and are responsible with credit should do this, because you guys are literally going to be getting 8 accounts. You have to manage 8 different accounts on your credit. You're going to have to manage 2 installment loans that you have to make payments on every month, and 6 credit cards that you have to use every month. It doesn't have to be the whole limit, but you guys still have to use them a little bit so the institutions see that you're using them and you're paying them down. So if you guys want to build it very fast and you're responsible with your credit, this is what you should do. This is what I recommend doing. If you're somebody that's newer into credit and you don't really want to manage a lot of things, you want to maybe build up a decent profile to be able to get an auto loan in like a year or 2, I would recommend still getting two secured loans and a couple of credit cards. I would recommend getting the Discover card, for sure, the Apple card. Those are the first 2 cards I would get. And then I would maybe recommend doing a Chase card, a TransUnion card, and that's about it. Then you only have 4 cards and no hard inquiries on your Equifax. And then you would only have 2 inquiries on your Experian and 1 on your TransUnion. So if that's what you guys want to do, if you're not that much into credit, if you don't want to build that many accounts out, that's what I recommend you guys do. So yeah, guys, that's literally the whole video. I literally gave you guys a 0 to 12 month process on how to build your credit profile out. And literally, if you guys just did this and let these accounts age for the next like 5-6 years, which it sounds like a long time, but in credit, that's not really a long time. This is going to get you to an 850 credit score. Having 2 installment accounts and 6 primaries and 6 revolving accounts that you pay back on time every month. This is going to get you to an 850. You just have to wait out the time. Like I said, 85% of your score is controllable, guys. That other 15%, you just have to wait for it to age. Like I said, look, paying on time, 35%, keeping your utilization low, 30%, keeping new accounts low, so that means don't apply for a lot of new accounts, not a lot of hard inquiries, that's 10%, and then diverse account types, so installment accounts and revolving accounts. 85% of it is very controllable. So you guys remember, credit, like I said, credit is behavior, credit is leverage. It's behavior because what you do with your credit determines what your credit score is. So, your actions Your actions are your habits, and your actions reflect what is real and what is reality. So if you guys enjoyed the video, I'm done with the yapping. And if you guys enjoyed the video, like I said, make sure to like, comment, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more bangers like this. I'm dropping sauce every day for you guys. Let's get into it. Here's the whole timeline again, unless in case you missed it. Screenshot this because this is very important, and this is some crazy sauce right here. So screenshot that, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.